Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Let me first introduce myself. I am Shajibuzzaman. I am the English teacher of Amtul High School. Again, welcome to Sripur Online School College and Madrasa. Today, I am here to discuss about an important topics. Transformation of sentence. In transformation of sentence, there is simple complex compound. Today, I will teach all of you simple complex compound. Firstly, I will define simple sentence. The sentence that contains one subject, one finite verb is called simple sentence. Let's see. Simple sentence, we can realize simple sentence to see some discourse markers, connectors. Discourse markers, if we see there is in spite of, despite, to, in order to, with a view to, for, because, on account of, owing to, due to, in a sentence, then we will think this type of sentence is simple sentence. Simple sentence, I have already given definition of simple sentence. The sentence that contains one subject, one finite verb, one clause. It may remain one or more non-finite verb is called simple sentence. Look at the board. Here I have given some examples. We returned home yesterday. Here we can see we is subject, returned finite verb, home adverb of place, yesterday adverb of time. Next sentence, to play. Cricket is my hobby. Here we can see to play is one kind of verb that is not finite, cause 2 plus b1 that doesn't contain subject. To play cricket is subject here, main verb, finite verb is object, my hobby. Here is principal verb or finite verb. To play, here to play, non-finite verb. We have already learnt about non-finite verb. The verb that cannot express the meaning of sentence is called non-finite verb. Moreover, non-finite verb doesn't contain subject. Here you can see to play, there is no subject, but is verb is finite verb cause there is subject to play cricket. Third sentence, I saw a bird flying. I saw a bird flying. Here I subject, saw finite verb, a object, flying non-finite verb. Here flying doesn't contain subject. Here we can differentiate flying verb. Flying verb cannot express the meaning of sentence. Moreover, it doesn't contain subject. So it's a non-finite verb. Next, I will define complex sentence. Complex sentence, the sentence that contains one principal clause, one or more subordinate clause connected with subordinating conjunction is called complex sentence. Dear viewers, you have understood the definition of complex sentence, the sentence that contains one principal clause or independent clause, one or more subordinate clause connected with subordinating conjunction is called complex sentence. Here we can see there are some subordinating conjunction. If we see subordinating conjunction with a sentence, then we will think this type of sentence is subordinate clause. As, since, because, when, though, although, who, which, what, whom, so that, in order that. These are subordinating conjunction. If we see these types of subordinating conjunction in a sentence, then we will think this type of sentence is subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is a dependent clause that depends on principal clause to express the meaning of sentence. We have already learnt about clause. My previous class I taught all of you about clause. Here I have given some example to understand the viewers. When the thief entered into my room, I woke up. When, here we can see when. How can we understand subordinate clause? If we see there is subordinating conjunction, here we can see when, subordinating conjunction, when the thief entered into my room. This sentence cannot express the meaning of sentence without the help of I woke up. So we can see here dependent clause, independent clause depends on dependent clause. Independent clause, dependent clause depends on independent clause. Here independent clause or principal clause, I woke up. When the thief entered into my room, this sentence has depend on I woke up, principal clause. Second sentence, though he is poor, though he is poor, he is honest. Here we can see though is a subordinating conjunction. So this sentence is subordinate clause. Here he is honest, principal clause. Independent clause, this clause does not depend on others clause to express the meaning of sentence. On the contrary, though he is poor, this sentence depends on he is honest, this clause. Third sentence, unless you read more, unless you read more, you will fail. Here we can see unless. Unless is a subordinating conjunction. So this clause is subordinate clause. This subordinate clause depends on principal clause, you will fail to express the meaning of sentence. So my dear student, we have already learnt about simple sentence, complex sentence. Now I will discuss about compound sentence. Compound sentence. Some compound sentence, two or more principal clause connected with coordinating conjunction is called compound sentence. If two or more principal clause connected with coordinating conjunction such as and, but, yet, or, otherwise, so, both and, very and so. This coordinating conjunction, these